and sit down.
Well, hello there, beer nuts. You're listening to episode 9 of the She's Crafty podcast, recorded live from the Hoppy Monk in San Antonio, Texas, with your hellacious hosts full of hops, barley, and BS, Catherine Contreras and Brandy Dunnigan. Today's beer guru is Brad Farbstein from Real Ale Brewing Company. Also joining us for some tasty talk on tap is the one, the only, and the never lonely Coco Simone from the infamous Stars and Garters Burlesque. And just when you thought we were done, we have with us today a musical treat from the talented Trisha Lynn. If you're hoppy and you know it,
drink your beer. Perfect. Should we do it one more time, or is that good, you think?
No, I think that was good.
Was that good enough for you?
That was
it's
really
never
good.
really,
That
nothing's
was good
ever
for me.
really good
That
enough
was
for you.
good for
That's
you.
a
It
real
was good for
problem.
me.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
We're just checking.
No, I'm good. Catherine.
Yeah.
We haven't been kicked off the internet
Brandy.
yet.
Not yet.
No.
I think that you haven't shown enough areola.
I've been trying,
Wow.
but I still don't know what that is. So I'm just showing like random parts of my
Your
body,
elbow?
like my kneecap.
Just both your elbows
and
like
I have
this,
no
and it's not
idea.
happening.
Yeah.
I know.
I've
Well,
tried.
The internet's a crazy place now.
Free the nipple.
What? Free the nipple.
Free the nipple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was fine. It was long,
Yeah.
and I ate a lot. I ate twice.
Ooh.
So we eat,
Uh-huh.
and then we relax, and then we pull it back out, and we eat again.
Ah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of food.
I didn't do that, but it was only because we had Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving with another family,
Right.
the day after that
Okay.
with another family, so I can't go back twice.
So you just keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
See, that's the
gorge.
great thing
Yeah.
about being single is that I don't have to split anything. I just stay at one
Yeah.
spot, and I don't have to go anywhere.
That's
It's
fantastic.
Perfect. It's the best.
I shouldn't be complaining, but then I remember my mother-in-law will never listen to this.
Oh yeah. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I can complain all I want.
Yeah.
She lives up in Wimberley,
Right.
which is close to Blanco, where
Yeah.
Real Ale's located. And we had like the most crazy week this week, including on the way back from her house, somehow from between Wimberley and San Antonio, we lost a license plate. We have no idea how.
Okay.
Get to my stepmom's house, eat there. Then we have to race back to our house because we're having like a contractor at our house. He's
Right.
doing painting of our
Right.
ceilings right now. It's a whole mural. It's got Pedro, and he's like on the clouds.
He's sitting on a beer.
Yeah.
He's sitting in a beer glass on
And
the
it's,
clouds.
yeah, it's got the Hoppy Monk, but it has the pearly
Yeah.
gates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I'll take a picture
Pedro
later.
said, "What the fuck?" when you mentioned his name.
What?
what the
What the funk? I'm sorry.
What
Pedro
the
didn't say it.
funk.
My
Yeah.
bad.
And then we raced back to her house, and a huge buck slammed into the side of our truck because it got spooked by something and slammed into my husband's door while he's driving.
Is that maybe how you lost your license plate?
No.
Two separate occasions.
Two separate ones. Yep.
I think that you guys should probably stop smoking so much pot before you get in the car.
You know what? For what's for you is for you. What's for me is for me.
Okay. Well, it's just a suggestion, not a big deal. No big deal.
I'll be downgraded to a golf cart.
But
I can do that.
everybody's fine, right? Nobody got hurt. Or
Nobody got
the
hurt.
buck. How's the buck? Did he make it through or no?
No bastard. Just like
He
got
just
out
kept
of
going.
there. Yeah.
He's good.
Colby just wanted to choke the shit out of him. Just
Did
get
he?
out of the car. No, he was gone. His slobber's still all over the windshield, and we're taking in to get adjusted tomorrow. And we left the hair, like the deer hair, stuck in the door handle because we won't be like, we're not fucking lying. A
Yeah.
deer
You want there to be evidence that
literally ran
that's what
yes.
happened. That's
It's either a
perfect.
deer or like a lady with a really nice fur coat slammed into the
That's what you should say. Fuck the deer. Just be like, this crazy Black Friday shopper came ramming at my car. This fucking bitch was out of control. She had bags.
Oh.
That's the story you're going with, Brady. Don't go with the deer story.
Well, the deer reminded me of the show The Leftovers, which I'm like nuts about right now.
Yeah.
Does anybody else watch Leftovers? Nope, just me. All right, so we'll leave
I
that.
heard it's really good though.
It's really good.
You know what I have been watching is Fargo.
Ooh, second
That's-
season is on
I'm
point.
still on the first season, but it's so good.
They're two different stories.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's still good.
it's all right.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you that I'm still in the first season. So
Okay, it's fine.
whatever.
Well, maybe you should get your life together and move
up to the
on.
second
Have you
season.
heard of binge watching?
Well, yeah, I guess I could do that.
If you were done, like, actually binging, maybe you could binge watch. I'm just saying. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Whatever.
Anyways.
Anyway, and I went to Untap Fest, which was awesome.
Yes?
Yeah. Were you there at Untap? Did you go? Or no?
I did not make it.
You didn't
but,
make it.
We were out
Real
there.
Ale
The
was there,
brewery
though,
was
right?
out there,
Yeah. Yeah, it was really great. It got really cold.
Yeah?
So that was uncomfortable, but we tasted a lot of really great beers. We got there late, so I missed Girl in a Coma or Nina Diaz,
Yeah.
but I did get to see Jizza.
Nice.
Well, I watched it from afar. I didn't get up close to it, but my brother was really upset because he didn't go, and I don't appreciate it as much as he does.
Well, they wouldn't let him in. The smell.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't
pretty
like
bad.
that. But it was fun. It was a good time. We tasted a lot of really great beers.
Good. I was living through you. Where was I? I was at a baby shower.
At a baby shower.
That
That's right.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Just like looking at Catherine at
At
Untap
Untapped.
Fest, and I'm just like, you bitch. It's like
Yeah.
playing the clothespin game.
I feel old though because we didn't get there till late because we wanted to eat first.
Oh.
And then we went home early because I was tired.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what happened.
You showed up, you tried it, you're
Yeah,
done.
then I
yes.
left.
Yes. You know what's really weird? Remember that guy that just passed by here? That homeless man? And you asked him if he went to Untap Fest?
Right.
He's like sitting with us now.
Yeah.
This is really awkward.
This is awkward.
Yeah. But, oh no,
Don't
sorry.
look at him.
That's Brad.
Oh, it's
That's
Brad.
Brad.
I was like, I don't know. I'm always surrounded by homeless
Two
people.
bearded guys here. So.
Oh. I pay rent. That's not homeless.
Oh, that's awesome. So Brad is here today from Real Ale Brewing.
Yes, he is.
Hello.
Hi, ladies. How are y'all?
You have a voice for radio. Damn.
Whoa.
Hilarious.
He was holding it back too earlier. He just let
Saving
it
myself
unleash.
for the big day.
Yeah.
was at the table. He was like, "Hey guys, I'm Brad." I'm like,
What time is this gonna start?
That was a helium balloon I was sucking in the car.
He gets on the mic. He's like, "Hello, ladies. Welcome to the She's Crafty podcast.
I'm from Real Ale Brewing.
from Real Ale."
Oh yeah.
So we're super excited to have you. Tell us what your role is at Real Ale.
What is my role? I'm not sure
Can
anymore.
we call you Mr. President? Because that's what we wanted to call you.
Mr.
this entire-
President?
yeah.
That works for
Okay,
sure.
all right, all
So
right.
I work with our sales team. I run the company. I
big
work
deal.
with our maintenance team. That's where I really prefer to spend my time.
Yeah.
But regretfully, I don't get to spend my time there very much anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of a grease monkey by trade and a fairly good brewer, but they don't let me in the brew house anymore. Just mainly because they're much better at it than I am. So.
Okay.
Oh.
They took that job from
That's
you.
very
Yes.
helpful.
Yeah. Well, we have over 50 employees now, so there's a lot of really great people doing a lot of great
Yeah.
things out there, and I think one of my best traits is really knowing what I do best, and none
Yeah.
of those things were really it.
Yeah.
So.
What do you do best?
What do I do best? I think I go out and tell people about the beer and hang out with people like Robbie Flinge right there. Was one of our brewers at
Oh,
Real
what's
Ale.
up? Hey,
Robbie.
what's up, Robbie?
So, yeah, I'm a connector. I meet people, talk to people about beer,
Right.
tell them about the great things we're doing out at Real Ale, and encourage people to leave the old swill and come drink craft beer, whether it's from us or Freetail or one of the other great breweries here in South Texas.
It's awesome.
And up in Blanco, it's a whole experience.
Yeah, it is. We are the #1 brewery in Blanco right now. So
What?
yeah, so it's pretty big
That took a while to get
accolades.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big time.
So-
It's the big time.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful out there. We're very fortunate to be out there. It's a great community. It's old farming and ranching community. Regretfully, I think San Antonio and Austin are going to end up building in our backyard pretty quickly.
Yep.
But it is beautiful, and it's a great place to work. And the whole community out there has been really supportive of us out there. So you'll be celebrating 20 years out there next year.
Wow.
So
Wow. That's amazing.
we've been doing it a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know for me, I just got into craft beer probably about a year and a half ago. But before that, the Fireman's Four was my go-to beer because
yeah.
I knew that it was going to taste good and I knew what it was and it would be the craft beer that I would order
And it's,
wherever I went.
It's a lot of places. Whenever you go somewhere.
It's everywhere.
And,
it was
and they
everywhere.
only have like the big boys.
The first time I had it
Yeah.
was I used to go to Cured a lot, and I would get the Pabst Blue Ribbon because it's $2, and then during happy hour it's $1. And I was like, load me up! I got $10 in my wallet. And the waiter one time was like, why don't you try something different? Like, let's maybe. And he brought me a Fireman's Fort, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And then I already drank it all. Look at that.
Oh, damn.
I just shotgunned that right now. You guys didn't even see me. That's how magical I am.
You just like sucked it in through your pores.
Didn't even see me do it.
Wow.
Did not even see me do it.
Wow.
But then after that was what I would order when I would go to bars and stuff. So.
Yeah, Fireman's is definitely the beer that has put us on the map and allows us to do all the kind of crazy crunk that we do out at the brewery. So, we make about 14 beers throughout the year. We have seasonal beers that are in the program. We have a fairly large barrel and sour program as well. Give us a little plug. Last year we won a gold medal for Benedictum in the Belgian sour category, which was a huge accomplishment for a brewery in Texas. Usually those awards are given away to the California kids who are always doing the sour program. So, and I believe there might be some Benedictum on tap here. It's on the wall. Pedro mentioned it's on the wall.
It's actually on the wall, but it's only for me. So.
Only Pedro.
Only Pedro's beer, so don't drink that. Drink the Scott's Gone Wild or the Devil's Share. Yeah, so.
Because Hoppy Monk just did, well, actually, this is the tail end of your What the Funk this weekend.
Yes. So last Friday, I don't even know what day it is today, but this Thanksgiving weekend, we love sour and tart and funky beers. So we started hoarding stuff maybe 3 months ago. And we said during Thanksgiving, we want to show San Antonio what we really love. And it was actually a big step for us because sour ales are typically a flavor profile that people are not used to.
It takes a little while to kind of get used
I
to
remember
it. Even with your beer, it takes the first few sips to kind of realize what you're tasting.
My first experience was I thought it tasted like bile. Because it can be a description. It's very acidic.
Not Benedictum. That was one of the other brands he must add.
Yeah, obviously not. So we still have about maybe 28 or 30 funky, sour, tart beers on our wall, and we love them. So if it's the style you love, or you haven't tried, I invite you to explore out there and feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I came last night, actually, for a little funk.
Speaking,
I had the raspberry sour. Yeah, it was good. I can't drink too many sours because, then I get a little acidy.
Yeah.
But that's not fun.
my reflux
It just makes me a little reflux, but it's good.
Brad can probably elaborate on what's so unique about sour beers and what makes them.
Yeah, I mean, sour beers are beers that have been made for hundreds of years, and traditionally the souring component is the addition of bacteria to the beer. That creates both lactic and acetic acid. So the lactic acid is a real kind of soft, subtle tartness to it. The acetic is a really aggressive, kind of rips the enamel off your teeth kind of sourness. And usually it's a balance between the cocktail that you create of these bacteria that create those souring components. And traditionally you want to sour a beer that's got enough body to it. You don't want to sour a really thin beer that doesn't have mouthfeel or body because the souring component really does take over the flavor of the beer. So it's really important to make sure that your base beer is significant enough to handle the tartness that comes from the
left
sour.
with some flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So we have the real heavy as our base, and the Scott's Gone Wild, which is Scottish style wee heavy, very big beer and big malty, rich beer, and it does the souring quite well.
Nice. Speaking of
salty,
big-bodied tart and
big
funky.
body and tart.
Hey, we've got Coco
We
Simone.
do. How are you? Thank you so much for being here.
I'm super excited to be here with you guys.
So tell us a little bit. You're with Stars and Garters Burlesque, right?
I am.
And I think, if I remember correctly, you're kind of new, right? Did you just start?
I am. This is my second season with Stars and Garters Burlesque. So
How are you enjoying it?
I absolutely love being a stripper. So it's great for me to be in a group full of strippers. So,
Yeah. There you go.
I remember I saw you on I saw your debut, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And you just blew my mind.
Why, thank you.
You did. What song did you do?
Michael Jackson, Pretty Young Thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then some others I remembered were the Rihanna, Bitch Better Have My Money.
That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, what was the one at the Aztec? Or was that the one at the
That was
Aztec?
Aztec,
And then
yeah.
Laugh Out Loud.
Oh, yeah. Drunken Love.
Yes.
Yes.
God, so
So
good.
is there anything special that you do to prepare for those shows that, like a little inside tip?
On how to get naked in front of a
Yeah,
bunch of
Yeah,
people?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
step 2 for us, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just
That's
need
the
to
second
know.
half of
Yeah.
this podcast.
Lots of beer.
Lots
Lots of beer. Oddly, I know probably some nun's gonna kill me after this, but I just kind of
pray.
say a little prayer
Yeah.
before and
Yeah.
then I tune out.
I would.
Yeah.
If I was going to
leave
be
your body.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Leave your body.
Yeah.
If I was going to
That
be in
makes
those
sense.
heels,
Yeah.
I would be praying a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah,
too.
because we
Exactly.
had Pistol Whips on here, right? And I was asking her because I'm just a really modest person, and I can't imagine I just can't imagine doing it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "You just do it. Just get drunk and do it."
Right.
And I'm like, "All right."
Do you imagine that everybody out there is naked as well? You know, because that's what in public speaking they
Oh,
recommend
yeah,
that you
yeah,
do. Is
yeah.
you
Yeah.
imagine everybody in the crowd is naked. So
You know, the lucky thing is I honestly can't see anybody in the crowd.
That's true.
So,
That's good. It's dark, right?
Yeah. You think I'm looking at you? I have no idea who's out there.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
you just shattered so many dreams right now. They're like, what?
I
She was
swear
looking
she
at
loves
me.
me.
Yeah.
She loves me.
Do you have any stalkers yet?
I don't have any stalkers
Oh,
yet. I would
that's
like to have a stalker because that would mean I really made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
We can do that.
I can arrange that.
Okay, cool.
We could stalk you.
I'm not even a celebrity, and I am.
Oh yeah, Ricardo can stalk
Oh.
you.
Oh, no, you can't stalk me. My brother's name is Ricardo. That's kind of weird.
Oh,
So, yeah, no.
He'll change his name.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Pretty sad. Yeah, that's all right. It doesn't matter.
It's like incestual stalking.
Yeah.
Is that thing? Yeah.
It's all right.
yeah, stalkers never use their own name.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, just change your name, man.
Richard.
We'll call you Ricky. We'll call him Sticky Ricky.
Sticky Ricky.
Sticky Ricky. I like it.
Oh man,
Perfect.
That's so perfect.
Yeah.
Do you have a playlist to pump you up?
No, I just listen to whatever song I'm going to perform to 20,000
Oh,
times.
yeah.
Basically, that's
Because
it.
you get up there and you're kind of playing a character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So you have to kind of embody that whole.
right. Coco Simone's really, cool. And
She
likes
doesn't give a
being
shit.
naked. She doesn't care. Exactly.
She likes to
She's the honey badger. She doesn't give a shit.
don't give a
Exactly.
shit.
That's who she is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular style of beer or a beer that is a favorite of yours that you really enjoy?
I'm a beer girl. I'm from Helotes, Texas. So, all we do is drink beer and listen to country music.
Yeah.
So I've gone through a lot. I used to like Woodchuck when I was
Okay.
dumb and didn't know better. And then I've moved on to, I liked Stella Artois for a really, 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 really long time.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite. But now I'm branching out, trying some new stuff.
Yeah.
so-
Opening up.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Did you
Yeah.
have a favorite shitty beer that you would have all the time? Or what was the standard shitty beer for Helotes?
No.
Oh, getting heated.
No, but I think Natty Light is like the
The standard.
standard.
Do
And
you-
I went to Baylor.
Do you have
and so that's
a
also-
favorite shitty beer, Brad?
Um,
Let's say there's nothing.
I think
but-
it's banquet beer. Coors Banquet beer is probably my favorite in the domestic
Interesting.
premiums.
Okay.
So
Huh.
it's probably not the cheapest, but
Pedro, do you have a favorite?
What's it called? I plead the fifth.
Oh. He's not even gonna. Let's just say that you're on a deserted island. There's only.
You can only pick a
Big
shitty
brand
beer.
beer.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with Brad, and I actually have a picture that is part of my profile picture, and you can see me with a 24 ounce of Coors Banquet in New Orleans 2 years ago for New Year's Eve.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever had Coors Banquet.
I don't think I've ever had it either.
I drank.
It sounds fancy because it has the word banquet in it.
I drank a
right?
lot of Lone Star Light.
Yeah, a lot of Lone Star. That's
drank-
probably if there's nothing else, I'll get a $2 Lone Star.
Yeah.
they have a great nickname for it too. They call them Yellow Bellies.
Oh.
Yellow bellies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab you a half rack of Yellow Bellies.
Huh.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Who was it? We went to Hops and Grain in Austin, and we were talking to Bob,
Yes.
and he said, what was his beer? It was from up north, but he still. We asked
the
we
big green. something.
Grolsch?
The big green.
From
What did he say?
was it
Big bat?
Minnesota? Was where
Yeah, he was from somewhere
Was
up
it
north.
Mickey's?
No.
No.
I can't remember.
Damn it. I'm gonna have to find it out.
That's not a beer, Pedro. Stop flirting with me.
But we asked him in his 30 questions, what's your favorite
Yeah.
shitty beer? And that was it. And then we said, you can only drink one beer for the rest
And
of
he
your life.
chose
What
that
it is?
one.
Same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What would your beer be? What would your be?
Mirror Pond from the Shoots.
Oh.
Oh. And what would yours be, Brad?
Well, I'll parlay it into what we're drinking right now. It'd be Hans Pils for sure.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I like it.
Nice. I like it too. So Pedro brought us out a sample of some sours.
Oh,
We wanna try them?
Actually, Benedictine from Real Ale. And
Yeah, we want to try it?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm down. Oh, that's a darker color than I would expect. I don't know why.
It is darker and it smells a little bit more like has like a more alcoholic taste or smell to
What
it
am I
than-
smelling?
Yeah. What you're really smelling is that acetic acid.
Uh-huh.
It is a pretty bold, robust beer, but has a lot of tartness to it. Though I'm getting a little bit of metallic taste from it, Pedro.
are you?
Yeah, I think it's gold. I'm joking.
I was like,
It was a
did you fuck up,
gold
Pedro,
medal winning
or-
beer. So.
where did you have this stored, Pedro? Do you guys want to talk about this later, or
Is this odd that I'm get like almost like a licorice?
it is? It has a
smell?
little bit of. To me, it does.
You're probably picking up a lot of the souring components, and I usually get like a little hint of blackberry in there.
Okay.
Maybe you're getting a little licorice in there. There's a lot of flavor components that are created through the bacterial fermentation process.
Nice.
It is a process that we don't have a lot of control over, so we are at the mercy of the bugs, and so and it's a patience thing. This beer was aged for 22 months in an oak barrel,
Wow.
and then it was a blend of 16 different barrels in order to get this flavor profile that we were looking for.
What
Nice.
did what do you think, Coco? Did you like it? Have
I
you?
absolutely loved it. I was kind of scared because it was supposed to be sour, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's like almost a little bit fruity.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's
I
a little
love
bit-
it.
Had you
it's
had
got
a sour
nice
before?
tartness to it.
No, I've never
No,
had
it's
a sour
first time?
before. I didn't even
Yeah.
know that it existed. I guess
Yeah.
I need some beer education.
Pretty interesting,
so,
right?
yay.
Nice. You are just like we were when we started liking craft beer.
Right.
So we would try just stuff here and there, and then we said, "Oh my gosh, we didn't even know that stuff like this was out here."
Right.
And so that's what kind of prompted us to keep going, and then prompted us to start this podcast, is because we actually wanted to learn about what we were drinking.
Yeah.
We want to
And
remember
there's
it. We're
so
still
many-
working on
'cause you
that.
You don't realize that there are so many different styles of beer.
Yeah.
You think it's just beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's much more diverse than wine. I always talk to people about, when we do beer dinners, about the diversity of beer versus wine. I mean, the difference between a Pinot and a Cabernet, they're different, but they're not really all that different. But,
Right.
the difference between a Pilsner and a Stout is pretty significant. There's a lot of shades in between. And so I think beers definitely have the ability to really differentiate flavor profiles across the board, whether ales or lagers.
I'm always surprised by a new beer when I'm trying to say, "Oh, this is this type of beer. I had no idea it could taste like this."
Right.
So even within each style, there's so
Different.
many different variations that just
Yeah.
blow my mind.
For sure.
Yeah, you look at the Great American Beer Festival and the amount of categories there are for beers now, and it is amazing that there is so many different styles out there. And I think that's what makes it so exciting, because there's a lot of diversity and a lot of creativity going on here in the United States.
Yeah.
And, I think 20 years ago we all looked to Europe for some of the best beers in the world, but the reality of it is now most of those are made in our own backyard.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
5 years ago, my favorite sour was Bud Light Lime. So I've
Right,
come a
this is what I'm
long
saying.
way.
You have come a long way.
Long
It's,
way.
it's been a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be here, you
Proud.
guys.
Me too.
Proud
It's
to be
exciting.
here.
It's exciting stuff. Okay, so the other beer that we're tasting today is the Hans Pils, which I don't even know if I have that in my glass.
That's what's in your glass, I believe.
it?
Yeah.
You guys
haven't
Yeah.
met Hans, that's why.
Is there a Hans to
Oh.
me?
There is a Hans meat. So Hans is our North German. He's our a German short hair pointer. He's going to be
I was reading
6
his
years
name last
old.
night.
Yeah. In March, and I took a trip over to Germany, and we bought a bottling line from a German brewery up in the old Eastern Bloc area, up by the Black Sea, and up there, the beer of choice was a beer called Jever, and Jever is a very traditional North German Pilsner, and a North German Pilsner is significantly different than a Bavarian Pilsner or a South German Pilsner in that it has more malt character and it also has a lot more hops in it. And when I came back, I talked to our brewers and said, hey, we really got to make a beer like this. This is really tasty stuff. And we came up with Hans Pils. It's all German malt, all German hops. It's a lager, so it spends about 52 days in our tanks. We had just got the dog, and we had named the dog Hans because we needed a good German name for a German short-hair pointer.
course.
And then we were like, well, what are we going to name the beer? And we're like, it's got to be Hans. And then, we didn't realize it, but, we just did a rebrand of all our packaging last year. And on the Hans Pils can, it says that it's a German-style Pilsner and GSP for German short-hair pointer, too, which we never even realized. But
Serendipity.
serendipity. So,
Perfect.
yes, Hans is he's a great friend and a great friend of the brewery.
Awesome.
I have a recommendation. If you ever
Yes.
do a special release of this or like something, I think you should have the Franz Pils. Then you can have the Hans Pils and the Franz Pils.
Oh,
Hans and Franz?
Hans
there
and
we
Franz.
go.
Friends
Yeah.
forever, right?
Friends forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, the tagline is man's other best friend.
Aww.
Isn't that sweet?
So sweet, guys. I have a funny story. People can't see on
Yeah.
the podcast, but
Right.
I'm wearing a beanie that says best.
Right.
And Catherine, I couldn't find your beanie. The other one says friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That's-
awesome.
I know. It's really sweet.
Hold on.
We could have.
It's the one in
It's
the
okay.
restroom.
Oh, in the restroom?
It's in the toilet.
Oh, it fell off when
Oh.
she was
It
puking.
clogged
Okay.
our toilet.
Oh, you ran out of toilet paper. What was I gonna do?
Yeah.
You gotta make do.
We got to do what you got to do.
I know.
So
I was
it's a
looking
good representation of our friendship anyway.
I
It's in the
literally
toilet.
went through boxes looking for this, but I had already put this on, so then I couldn't take it off. So now I'm just
well,
the best.
I was like, oh, Brandy definitely thinks she's the head fucking bitch of this podcast.
Yeah.
She's got the best hat on.
Catherine's got on antlers, and I'm like best.
Yeah, just
Friend.
there you go. Right now, it's done.
Best antlers.
Best
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah, I'm gonna Photoshop that hat on you.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Or you could just Photoshop me as somebody else too.
Yes. Oh, that's
Who would be a better co-host?
Hans, yeah.
Michael.
Pedro's already ready to
Strahan.
replace me. He's
He's
like,
a
no,
good
fuck, the dog
co-host.
for sure would be a better
Michael
co-host.
Strahan? Is he Kelly?
Oh,
Ripa's
yeah.
show?
See? There you go.
Yeah.
Not black enough for you.
Nope. And your teeth don't have the big enough gap
Yep.
for me.
There we go.
Just need you to gap your teeth
All right.
and dance really hot in Magic
He's
Mike.
actually really kind of
Oh.
hot.
Magic Mike? I didn't even know that.
Girlfriend.
I haven't
Did
seen
you?
Magic Mike
Mike?
yet. I have a 2-year-old, so I gotta wait till it comes on Netflix.
Oh, Benadryl her and just rent Magic Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll come over. We'll Benadryl
Here's a
all
funny
of our
story.
kids.
I
think that's a
actually,
great
idea.
I actually
Done.
rented Magic Mike the other night. This is how old I am. I rented it at the Red Box. I put it in my purse. I got home. I laid on the couch and I was like, "Do I really want to get up and get it out of my purse?" Nope.
And that would be so.
I never even watched it. I
That
took
would-
it back the next day.
That would be so creepy too. If your kids woke up and you're just like in the dark watching Magic Mike like a freak.
It's just a dancing movie.
She's like, "Mommy, what are you
They're
watching?"
just dancing. I get really excited every time I remember to turn in my Redbox movies. I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, I'm like an adult now.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to pay $75
Oh yeah.
for whatever shitty movie this is that I rented.
I
Oh
just
yeah.
discontinued Redbox
Did
usage
you? Yeah,
altogether.
yeah, yeah.
Done. Yeah.
What's your favorite like go-to movie?
My favorite go-to. I'm a terrible movie person, so what is my favorite go-to movie? I don't even know. Tell you the
Like
truth.
you don't have like a guilty, like give me a guilty pleasure movie.
my
Showgirls?
my wife and I just watched Smokey and the Bandit. So,
Really? Yeah.
I mean, and it was really awesome, actually.
Was
Yeah, it was great. I had forgotten all the ins and outs of it. You know, they're bootlegging Coors, as a matter of fact, bringing us right back to Coors.
Yeah, that's right.
And Sally Fields, you know, she's as cute as can be, and Bert was as young as can be, and so yeah, you know, I'm a terrible movie person. We've been watching some series, you know, The Wire. I'm a big fan of The Wire.
Yes.
You know, we did what's the guy that makes the meth for all the kids.
Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Breaking Bad. That was pretty good.
Yep.
So
We do TV series a lot more too. We just can't. I feel like our attention span and our time is not. As a parent, sometimes it's easier to watch TV series than movies.
Mad Men.
That's true.
Yeah.
Coco, what's your favorite guilty pleasure movie?
I love Spanglish. I can probably watch
a
it
good movie.
literally all day.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that movie. What's yours, Brandy?
Pressure's on.
What, like, let's say, like, there's nobody at home.
Oh, fucking Footloose.
Oh, there we go. That was so easy. She was like, fucking Footloose. Done.
And I will do all the dances that they do at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's like going down the line.
Yeah. I would think, what is my favorite? I love a gangster movie, so I love Goodfellas. Like, if it's on TV, I have to always watch it. But my, like, favorite girly, like, probably be, like, Dirty Dancing or Pretty Woman or something like that. Yeah.
Dirty Dancing. I've realized that my mom made me watch it.
That's a really bad movie.
It's
not good for kids.
It's inappropriate.
And
I think I watched it when I was like 8.
But I didn't remember that. So I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I was like, we're gonna have a girls' night, right? Let's watch Dirty Dancing. Oh shit, there's her bra. I don't want you. And she's really young in that movie.
And just like, damn, now I have to talk
And
to you
he's
about
like
abortion
28 or something.
and
I
sex
know.
and
Yes.
oh my
It's
gosh.
incredible what you realize when you're an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Parents are
we're
crazy.
fast forwarding through shit. I was like, oh, you can't. Oh, all the dancing because they're grinding. I was like, I don't want you dancing that
She's
way.
like, wow, this movie was like 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's weird. Did you have fun though? Okay,
That's
good.
great.
Good bonding.
That's
Good
so
bonding.
good.
Yeah.
So maybe we could go around the table and talk a little bit about the Hans pills.
Okay.
I actually first tried this summer, and I love hoppy beer, and I didn't know what to expect when I got this from the store. But my brother-in-law said you have to try this because that's what we both share is IPAs and really hoppy beer is what we like. And it's before I was kind of getting into knowing what the styles were at the beginning of the summer and all of that. And so I saw Pilsner and I didn't think hoppy beer. And so I tried it and you can taste like the hops are really flavorful.
Yeah, really fresh in there. And, you know, I mean, that's the real big difference between a North German style Pilsner and a Bavarian style Pilsner. Bavarian Pilsners are very soft on the palate.
I think that's what I was expecting
And,
because I didn't know.
you know, the beer that I had over in Germany, Jaeger, was just so aggressive and so assertive. And there really wasn't a Pilsner like that in Texas for sure. And very few in the United States. And I really wanted us to make something that was unique and assertive. And, you know, with the Texas summers as hot as they are, we needed something that was, you know, light in body but still refreshing, had a lot of nice hop character to it. So
It is really bold.
yeah,
When you first
yeah,
take that first
Tettnang
sip.
hops. I mean, it's just very assertive, very German.
It's really good is what
Yeah.
it is. Because I had it last night and I was like, I need to have another one.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple more. It's easy to drink too, which is nice.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much so. We drank
Yep.
it down by the river
Yep.
Park in Wimberley. It was perfect.
Yep, it's in cans and you know
Yeah.
designed for the Texas season, which is 11 and a half months of summer and
Yep.
half a month of winter,
And today when we can wear sweaters, barely.
And today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
barely.
which I didn't get the memo.
Well,
It's okay.
well,
Your Santa suit actually looks great. Brad is wearing a full Santa suit right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He brought a sleigh, which is weird.
This is weird.
I don't even
There's
know where he got it.
There's a reindeer
There's a
in the
reindeer
bathroom.
here.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
Did you see the back of the sleigh?
And
No.
It says friend.
of course it does.
Oh, that's I knew you were.
I was going to try to give you a ride.
And everywhere he walks, it's snowing.
This is great. I know.
This
is fantastic.
It's amazing. It feels so festive and holiday.
Can I send you with my list when you leave?
Absolutely, I'll make sure it gets there on
There you
time.
go.
It's all real ale beer.
Oh, that'd be easy for me to find.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, nice.
Perfect.
And it's your dog. Is that?
It is Hans.
Yeah, he's on the
Oh
list.
no, he can't.
Oh,
No,
you want the
that
dog?
doesn't work.
That's
Sorry.
a lot to ask.
I
Yeah,
know.
By the way, we all
my
know
daughter
the
would
shot.
cry.
Oh.
You don't want to make my daughter cry.
No.
I'll stick to making my.
You don't know
daughters
Brandy
cry.
that well. She doesn't mind kids crying, just so you know.
It's my.
That's not Brandy's worst thing is making kids cry. Like,
That's
she's
my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Making children
she's
cry.
kind of into it, which
yes.
is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I mention Hans was a pit bull?
Oh.
Oh, good.
Changes
Okay,
everything.
perfect. Done. Done. And Coco, what do you think of the beer?
It definitely tastes like summer, like you said, like definitely a barbecue type beer. So yeah, I would drink it. But you know, I haven't met a beer I don't like yet.
Wow.
Me and beer get along, so we're good.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, you would probably also really like their Devil's Backbone.
That's really
Yeah.
good. Oh, you know what? Incidentally, you probably don't know this, but Brandy and I like to do these little chugging contests. Oh. And I did a contest. I did one where I chugged a beer in the shower, and we let the audience decide what I was going to drink, and it was Devil's Backbone.
Awesome.
And surprisingly difficult to chug
Yeah, at 8%.
with shower water coming down on you, and the bottle was it was intense. It was a lot of liquid just coming at my face a lot. It was too much.
Whoa.
Well,
Whoa.
Like Saturday night.
What kind of recording was this part of?
What do you mean, what kind of recording?
Because of all the liquids coming.
Oh, well, I had a camera outside of the shower, and then I had
We
the
had a
shower.
cool crew.
By the way, I had clothes
Yeah.
on. I had a towel on. I wasn't naked in the shower. It was here.
We heard about this and we were concerned about your safety, so we
I
started.
was concerned for my own safety. I thought I was going to vomit. It had nothing to do with the beer. It was just I had to do 3 takes because I have to get the best angle because I'm in the fucking shower, right? And I couldn't. Don't chug out of a bottle. That's
Well, for your safety, we just started putting Devil's Backbone
Perfect.
in a can for you.
Yes.
Perfect.
Those are going to look good in my fridge.
That flow was perfect, right?
perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. And at the beginning of the video, if you watch it, it's me and I'm grabbing for tampons. I'm like, no, I don't need those. So, nope. Oh, Devil's Backbone? Yep.
Yep. Done. Done.
Time for the shower.
One step up from tampons,
There
kids.
you go. There you go.
And Catherine, what are your thoughts on
I
Hunt's Pills?
love it. I had it last night because I came for the sour, and then I was like, I need to switch to like a regular beer if I'm going to get really drunk. And so I went for the Hans, and it got me plenty drunk, and I had like 2 of them, which was really nice. And I thought it was delicious. It's really easy to drink. And yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Do you want, we also have with us here our
We
musical
do. We're
guest.
super excited because we have Trisha Lynn here with us, which is so great. How are you?
I'm great. How are
Awesome.
you guys?
Can you tell us a little bit about where you play around town and what you have going on?
So I was playing originally at Fitzgerald's.
Okay.
It's a pretty awesome bar. Lots of exciting people there. I've played at Booze Hounds, awesome bar.
Cool.
Very tiny little stage, but very homely. So I like that.
Perfect. I saw that you have a website, right?
I do.
And you have, is that original music on there? That
Most of it is original, yes.
Yeah, I listened to it. It's really good.
Thank
so
you.
Today, what are you going to play for us today? Do you know right now?
Today I'll be playing Higher
Okay.
and a Christmas song.
Awesome. So do you want to go ahead and start setting up and we can
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I can do that.
get going?
All right. So we are
We're gonna take a
going
little
to
break?
take a short break.
Yeah.
And we are going to hear a little bit from Trisha Lynn.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to make sure it was in tune. It sounded horrible. Whenever you're ready. We good? Sweet. So this first song is my original. It's called Higher. You are the light inside my soul. You are the one that makes me whole. You are my hope that keeps me going. You are my joy that's overflowing. And I run to you. And I hold on to you. You are my strength. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you haven't partied until you get down on some latex paint, Brad. That's what I heard. I'm not saying that I myself do it. I'm just saying that's what I heard.
I saw Jesus.
You did?
I did.
In the paint?
Well, we see
Yes.
Spurs Jesus. It's easy to see. He's
That's
everywhere.
true. That's
he goes
true.
everywhere.
It was him.
It's not that
right.
hard. Yeah,
That's
it's not that
right.
difficult.
Yes.
If you're happy and you know it.
I would
Drink a
be
beer.
prepared to take your clothes off. I'm just saying.
If
I don't.
you're happy and you
I know.
know it.
I don't.
Drink a beer.
but
if
you've
you're
already
happy
committed,
and you know
so
it,
then
and you really want
there's no
to
backing
to
out
really
now.
show it.
show it.
Nope.
If you're happy and you know it.
Drink some latex paint.
If you're happy
If
and you know
you're-
it,
Take
smoke a
me
bong.
home. Oh.
Drinking latex paint.
If you're happy and you know it,
Drink latex paint and smoke a bong.
do all that. Pedro doesn't watch movies. He said
Ah.
that's weird.
Oh,
Do you watch
my
movies,
husband and I
Ricardo?
had an idea for you.
Okay.
Well, we have an idea for every brewery. Since you're used to dealing with
I've
laws and
never heard of that.
regulations,
Is that an indie movie?
whenever weed
Yeah.
finally is legalized
Okay.
here in
Yes,
Texas, are you going
yes.
to have a real ale
I'm
weed?
Weed beer? That would be fun.
got
I
three?
think
Let's go.
someone in Colorado's already beat us to the punch.
Well, I
I
think
love how Brad's voice just like rumbles.
it does.
I
know.
can feel it in
We've
my
got the rumble.
Oh yeah.
it's
And we're back.
And we're back from break, guys.
Yes.
Welcome to the She's Crafty podcast.
hello.
Hello.
I thought we have a little thing that we do, don't we, Catherine?
We have a little segment that we like to call Beer Education.
Well, you want to learn something?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Because Brandy and I don't know shit about beer.
But
and we're
we are
learning as we go.
We are.
So we like, every time we have a beer expert on, we like to ask a very pointed and intellectual question
Yes.
about beer.
Yes.
'Cause who doesn't like to learn something?
I prefer poignant. Poignant.
What's that?
Poignant?
Okay.
Yeah. That's how
That
I pronounce
works.
it.
Whatever.
All right. So our question for you, Brad,
Yes.
we were looking at real ale, and we know that you boast yourself on having unfiltered, unpasteurized, and no artificial flavors in your beer.
That's correct.
So I get the no artificial flavors. Talk to me about what it means to be unfiltered and unpasteurized.
Well, you know, we spend a lot of time, effort, and energy sourcing some of the best ingredients in the world to go into our beers. And no matter what process you go through in filtration, you're always going to remove something from that beer. And so our thought on it is that you can get your beer to clarify, but it takes longer, and you have to invest in more tanks in order to do it. And we would like our flavors to come through the way we intended them and not strip out the great flavors that we're putting into the beer
Right.
in order to speed up the process. And so we've always decided to stick with the way Mother Nature clarifies beer, which is cold conditioning for long periods of time. And we're able to get a fairly clear beer just by investing a little bit more time instead of stripping out a lot of those finishing flavors in the beer. We also don't pasteurize our beer mainly because we want it drank soon and fresh. And our beers are only sold in the state of Texas. We have no plans on selling our beer outside the state, and so we have no need to actually pasteurize or filter the beers. It's pretty uncommon for a brewery our size not to filter, but we do a lot of things that aren't very common.
So talk to me about not pasteurizing.
So
break that down in layman's
yeah. So
terms on the difference.
pasteurizing in the brewing sense is called flash pasteurizing, and what they do is they take the beer right before it gets packaged and they heat it up to about 170 degrees for a very short period of time. It's
Blows my
usually
mind.
about like 20 or 30 seconds, and then they immediately cool it back down. And the process actually kills off everything that is living inside the beer, which is a good thing if you want to take your beer that's made in Houston, Texas, and ship it to New York or to Moscow or some other faraway land. But for us, we just don't really have an interest in the beer traveling that far,
Right.
Or a need to do it. And the reality of it is, since we don't filter our beer, you also get live yeast in our beer, and live yeast is one of the richest sources of vitamin B in the world. Vitamin B is what your liver uses in order to process alcohol back into salts and water.
So you're
Nope, I'm not making any health claims by any means.
No, I think he said I think he said that if you drink real ale beer, you're not going to die.
That's what
You're
he
not
said.
going to die. That's
That's what
right.
he said.
Ever.
Yeah,
No.
ever.
But you actually won't feel as bad in the morning because your body's been replenished of vitamin B. You know, when you go to Smoothie King and you pay $2.50 extra
Yes.
to get your brewer's yeast in there, that's what you're doing is getting vitamin B from the
Interesting.
brewer's yeast. And so, you know, we don't want to pull the yeast out. We don't want to pull the finishing flavors out. We want you to drink the beer the way we intended you to enjoy it. And since we don't have any need to ship our beer very far, you know, with Texas, you can get the beer there fairly quickly. So we just have never chose to filter or to pasteurize our beer. And, we just really want to make beer for Texans. Our tagline is unfiltered, unpasteurized, unavailable in 49 states. And
I like it.
Yeah.
The idea there is that, Texas is a really big state. There's a lot of beer drinking going on here. If we were in Rhode Island, our business plan would be a little bit different. But at the end of the day, we want to make beer for Texans. We want Texans to enjoy the beers that we make. There's a statistic that a 12-ounce bottle made on the West Coast, in order to ship it to the East Coast, there's 4 ounces of diesel in every 12-ounce bottle. And when you start thinking
that's
about
true.
the impact that your business makes on the world and the planet, we just really don't want to contribute to that.
Right.
And so we think there's other great breweries in other states. We'd love for them to be very successful like we have been. And we'd love to see those guys be able to build up and sell their beer in their own backyard. So
It's another great reason to drink local.
Yeah,
there you go.
definitely.
Drink local.
Perfect.
Yeah. Whether it's from us or one of the
Awesome.
other great Texas breweries
Yeah.
here in the Lone Star State.
That blows my mind, the whole pasteurization process, that it doesn't
kinda
lose
gross.
any flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, it kills. It definitely takes a lot of flavor away. A lot of the finishing flavor compounds, a lot of the stuff that you really like about real ale would all be gone in that pasteurization process. I mean, it's kind of like taking something that's very fragile and heating it up to almost boiling and then cooling it right back down. It's great for shipping the beer if you're going to ship it a long way.
Right.
But it's terrible for the actual product. And
But
so
I think about probably the beers that we've had from other states that we do really
Right.
like. Actually imagining what they taste
Would
like
taste
there.
like if they hadn't. Yeah.
If they are pasteurized.
yeah,
That's why you go to the source.
Yeah.
And there's really very few craft brewers that actually pasteurize. Maybe some of the larger ones, but most brewers do some filtration, whether it's through plate and frame or diatomaceous earth or centrifuging.
Right.
They're finding some way to separate out the solids.
Wow.
Awesome. Wow.
You guys, I feel
Wow.
like
There's a
Bill
little
Nye.
beer education for you.
There's a little beer
I feel
education.
educated. Yes. Perfect.
Are you ready to play a game?
I'm always ready to play that game. There's nothing I love more than watching people fail miserably.
I
right
love
in front
that
of me.
too.
Are we ready? Hello, good friends.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to play a game. So today's game is called Kris Kringle's Christmas Quote Game. Okay? I just made that up right now. You guys super impressed by that? Or what?
Immensely.
Are you? I can tell by your face. So what I'd like you to do is, thank you. Do you like this sweater? Let me tell you, I'm going to give you guys a little background about my sweater. My mother made this sweater in 1987. This is a true fact. She used real puffy paint. It's vintage. You like that?
The puffy paint,
Yeah.
yes.
I asked her today because I
Girls would
knew.
come to school in their puffy
Yes.
paint
I knew she had
sweaters.
this in her closet, and I was like, Mom, just go get me the ugliest one.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so if you do me a favor and introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Thanks, homie. My name's Robbie, and I'm from right here in San Antonio.
Woo! Shout out San Antonio.
I work on Volkswagen diesel cars, so everyone hates me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the safest car in the market.
I own a Jetta. I own a Jetta.
I have a Jetta
I
as
drive it with
well.
pride.
I have an 03 Jetta.
He owns a Jetta.
Yeah. Oh, you have a Jetta too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Except
this one.
gasoline version, 1.8T.
Yeah, mine's gas too, but it's fine.
My name is Joe Garlitz. I am also from San Antonio, Texas.
Shout
and
out.
I am a coffee roaster at a local coffee.
Do you want to go ahead and plug it?
Yeah.
Oh,
did
you're
you
from-
guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
after the
I am
retail bottle
Oh,
thing.
yes, cool.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
do that thing where I
awesome.
pretend like I remember you guys.
You do remember me.
Yeah, I work for Merit Roasting Co.
Yeah.
We just opened
Awesome.
our roasting facility about a year ago in
Perfect.
Southtown.
It's also local coffee.
Also local coffee.
Also local
sister
coffee,
company.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Awesome. Okay, and tell us your name and where you're from.
I am from San Antonio, Texas.
Awesome.
And this mic is
It's
really
a San Antonio
high.
crowd tonight. It's exciting.
I know, and they have wonderful beer. Well,
Yes.
probably, but I've never tasted it. But this bar has wonderful beer.
Yeah.
Hoppy Monk.
Shout
There we
out.
go.
Our home away from home. Okay, so we're going to play a little game. I'm going to start at the end with Robbie. I'm going to give you a quote, okay? And then you're going to tell me, I'm going to give you multiple choice, 2 options. You're going to tell me which 2. Do you want more than that, or is that not enough for you? Well, I don't.
That's fine.
Oh, you're just clarifying.
It's kind of.
I said 22
Okay, good.
is what I said.
Go ahead.
Okay, and then you're going to tell me which movie it is. It's super easy, right? Or the hardest game you've ever played.
Here we go.
We'll see what happens. The winner of this game will win 2 tickets to the the Stars and Garters Burlesque show at Brick at Blue Star, right? And what is the date for that show? December 19th, Brick at Blue Star, Stars and Garters Burlesque show. Okay, you ready, Robbie?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How ready are you?
100%.
On a scale of 1 to 10. You're
10.
10. Okay. Ready? Look, Daddy. Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Is that It's a Wonderful Life, or is it White Christmas?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. That's well done, sir. You got that right. Just a side note, Rachel, if you could keep track, because we all know that I'm very bad at that. And I will give the ticket to the wrong person.
The auditor's over here.
Yeah. Somebody keep track of this game, because I can't do it.
Excel spreadsheet, please.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready to go?
Yes.
Give me your name one more time.
Joe.
Joe. Oh, well, I should have remembered that. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy, yeah. Look, Charlie, let's face it. We all know that Christmas is a big commercial racket. It's run by Big Eastern Syndicate, you know? Is that A Christmas Story or a Charlie Brown Christmas?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
That is correct. It is a Charlie Brown Christmas. We're starting out with the easy ones. We're going to make them easy, and then we're going to get harder. Are you ready? Beautiful girl.
I don't know any of this
You're going to do
stuff.
great.
Oh my
You're going to
God.
do. You have a 50-50
I'm
shot.
gonna totally wing it.
You have a
Okay,
50-50 shot.
ask me.
Okay. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Wait,
Is
no.
that Christmas Story or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Probably the National Lampoon's.
Oh.
Christmas
It's
Story.
well,
Either or, it's a toss-up.
well, I don't know if we can count that, but it was a Christmas story.
I promise.
It is a Christmas story. Okay.
For all our tab.
Are you?
That's the deal they said.
It is when I win.
When you lose, you have to pay the table's tab.
I win, I told you can do it.
Yeah. When you win, you get a koozie. When you lose, you pay the table's tab. That's how this game goes. Okay. Are you ready, Robbie?
Yes.
Robbie is ready to go. We're kicking off our fun, old-fashioned family Christmas by heading out to the country in front of a front-wheel drive sleigh to embrace the frosty majesty of the winter landscape and select the most important of Christmas symbols. Did you get all that?
National
Those are
Lampoon's
really
Christmas.
Oh, he doesn't even need the multiple choice. Okay, are you ready, Joe?
Yeah.
This is extremely important. Will you please tell Santa that instead of presents this year, I just want my family back? No toys, nothing but Peter, Kate, Buzz, Megan, Linny, and Jeff, and my aunt and my cousins, and if he has time, my Uncle Frank, okay? It's going to be really hard. This is a difficult one. Is it A Christmas Carol or is it Home Alone?
It's definitely Home Alone.
Okay.
That's an old classic.
That one's for you.
I appreciate it.
Obviously, no real rules in this game. Okay, are you ready, sweetheart? You ready to go? Let's put the. Can you put the mic closer to your mouth so that we can hear you? There we go. Okay, ready? I gotta tell you, Santa, there's something about this place that doesn't seem quite kosher. Is that Jingle All the Way or the Santa Claus? Just take a stab at it.
Jingle all the way.
Good job!
Yay!
I heard Matt woo because he is a white girl in the back.
Thank you, Matt.
I am not keeping score, Brandy. That's not my job. Okay. Perfect.
Is that on Excel?
Winner.
Yeah. She's got it. She's a graphing calculator over there. She's keeping it all together. Okay, Robbie. Are you hot? Because you have a hoodie and a jacket on.
I'm kinda hot.
Yeah, you look a little flushed. I didn't want to mention it, but I'm just saying. Okay, first we'll make snow angels for 2 hours. Then we'll go ice skating. Then we'll eat a whole roll of Toll House cookie dough as fast as we can. Then we'll snuggle. Is that Elf or Charlie Brown Christmas?
Elf.
It is Elf. These are too easy.
I know, you guys watch a lot of Christmas movies.
Yeah. Okay, Joe, you ready?
Yeah.
Seeing is believing, but sometimes the most real things in the world are the things we can't see. Is that Miracle on 34th Street or the Polar Express?
Well, I don't think I've seen either one. Let's do. I know. Let's do Polar Express.
Oh, we got it right! Good job. Okay, are you ready? Mm-hmm. You in it to win it?
Kind of.
It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas means a little bit more.
Dr. Seuss.
Is it Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Dr. Seuss, of course.
Okay, she got it right. Well, technically, she got it right. Are we? Where are we at, Rachel, with the game? Oh, we got a tiebreaker between Robbie and Joe.
You know, eventually they're gonna run out of quotes.
You guys didn't know this,
gonna
but the
both win.
tiebreaker is a little bit of Fight Club. So if you want to get up and take your jackets off, we can get this started. No? Okay, let's do the last quote then.
We're peaceful people.
So this is what we'll do is for the last one, I'll just give you the quote, and whoever yells it out first, the answer, will win. Good?
Sure.
And I have little blood, I don't mind. I'm just putting it out there. It is red. Exactly. It's festive. There's a certain magic that comes with the very first snow. For when this first snow is also a Christmas snow, well, something wonderful is bound to happen. Okay?
That's all you, man.
Do you need me to say it again? Or you got it? You're intensely looking at me. I don't know if you know that. It's making me uncomfortable. Shift your eye gaze.
We get the multiple choice.
What's that?
We get the multiple choice.
I'm going to give you multiple choice, yeah, but I just wanted to make sure you have the quote before I give you multiple choice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lay 'em on
so
me.
is it The Night Before Christmas or Frosty the Snowman?
Frosty the Snowman.
Joe wins!
Yay, Joe.
Joe wins 2 tickets to Stars and Garters Burlesque show on December 19th at Brick at the Blue Star.
Very nice. Thank you
Give it
guys
up.
for playing. All of our other contestants, you're going to
Yay.
actually have to
If
pick
you're
up
Hoppy
everybody's
and you
tab. So drink a beer.
Good job.
Thank y'all so much for
That
playing.
was
And
awesome.
we have,
You did such a good job.
I know if y'all want to grab a koozie, y'all can get a koozie over there.
Yeah, definitely grab a
yes,
koozie.
for sure.
So we're so excited. Yeah, it's $150, just so you know.
Joe's buying.
Of
Joe's
your money,
buying.
not mine.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for being with us. We had the best time. I'm going to take your mic back.
Oh, there we go.
It was a delightful time once again at the Hoppy Monk. Do you guys, is there anything that you wanted to talk about Real Ale before we close out? wanna
No, I
plug
just encourage
anything?
everybody to come out and see us April 16th at the brewery. It'll be our 20-year
perfect.
anniversary party.
Nice.
Check out our Facebook page and our website for more details.
Perfect.
And then as well, we're working on a really interesting project with a rock band out of Austin called The Sword.
Oh.
And we'll be releasing a new beer with them called Ghost Eye off of their
Awesome.
current album. And
That's
it's an
so
oatmeal
cool.
stout, and the beer's delicious. Look for it in the
Perfect.
stores. 22-ounce bottles. Thank you, ladies. It was absolutely fantastic.
Thank
being
you,
here.
Brad.
We appreciate it so much.
So much fun.
Coco, what do you got going on?
Well, Stars and Garters has a lot going on this month. December 5th, Shimmy, Pistol, and Squirrel are going to be at the Esquire for their birthday celebration.
Okay.
December 12th, I'll be competing in the Miss Mistletoe pageant
Ooh.
at Uptown Studios.
Yeah.
And December 19th is our show, of course.
Yes, and
Perfect.
I'm
And-
super excited about that one because I get to co-host with our announcer extraordinaire,
That's right.
Dino Foxx.
That's right.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Super excited about that.
And Catherine, you don't know it yet, but I signed you up for a number.
Oh.
I picked out your music. I picked out your outfit. That was easy.
Oh,
It's
because
nothing.
it's nothing.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait.
And yeah,
Oh,
it's the antlers.
Well, prepare to
Be
clear the room. The room will clear.
the room.
Oh, shit. Those are real tits. Everybody get out.
Oh, my God.
They're like, are those?
Everybody
Oh,
go.
those are tassels.
Oh,
Those are low.
That bitch has
Wow.
had kids.
Damn. Hey,
Yeah.
you could shake. You can make those tassels shake.
Well, I could, yeah, because I got plenty of it to move around.
though. Bring it.
It just shakes because it has
Bring
no reason. No rhyme or reason.
No rhyme or reason. And Pedro, do we have anything coming up in December for the Hoppy Monk?
Oh, what month is this?
This podcast
Where
is actually
are we?
releasing on Friday,
Is this
December
real?
4th. This is not real. This is a dream.
What I would like to mention is we just launched brunch a few weeks ago. We invite you guys to come here Sunday from 10 to 4 p.m. During the month of January, I committed myself to teaming up with Real Ale and having a beer and food or some other drug pairing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Sweet.
Down. Okay.
So we'll do something fun during the month of January. So brunch is the newest thing. What else can you think of, Ricardo? Here, I don't speak Spanish. Go ahead.
Sorry, you might need to scoot up.
We're also doing a cocktail prohibition party on the 5th.
Ooh,
So we're going to be doing
nice.
some classic cocktails. And,
That's actually
doing
the
some good stuff.
day after this is going to air. So if you're listening to this and you want to get out to Hoppy Monk, you can come on Saturday the 5th. Yeah.
And that is 2015.
Oh, fantastic. I was thinking 17, but yeah.
Lastly, can I say something, Brandy?
You're loud.
May I?
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
listening. I'm
Thank
all
you. Thank
ears.
you.
Yeah.
So I think we're about to turn 1 year old in the next week or last year. So that feels really good. It feels like it happened in the last 2 weeks. So we're happy that San Antonio, the Blanco, New Braunfels, and all this area accepted us. And I just want to remind everybody that we're family owned. We're solar powered. We believe in sustainability, supporting people like Brad who care about what they're doing, and it's not just about the money. And that's all I have to say.
And I love that Pedro and the Hoppy Monk, you guys are great beer connoisseurs.
Yes.
And I know that anything that is recommended to me is going to be something good. And I know that it's going to be a different taste, whatever that is, but I know it's going to be good beer. You're very picky. You're very choosy about whatever you're getting, and I love that. Because
And we are
you can
honored
trust
to
it.
have you guys as our home. We just
Yes,
are.
we are.
It's always
We
so
are,
kind.
you guys.
Yeah, we love it so much. Also, if you'd like to listen to this podcast and all of our others, you can find us at she'scraftypodcast.com. You can download us on iTunes. You can find us on the Tasty Podcast Network. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram at She's Crafty Pod, on Twitter at She's Crafty Pod, and on Facebook at She's Crafty Podcast. Also, if you have nothing else to do, hit up Google Plus for 5 minutes. I'm just asking you, please.
And remember this December, if you are an Amazon shopper, if
That's
you like
right.
to shop online, you can go to she'scraftypodcast.com.
Yep.
We have a banner on the top. You click on that banner and you can buy anything you want on Amazon, and it helps to support this podcast and help us with our
Definitely.
expenses and to
Do
keep
it.
us going.
Yep.
And make sure you can also sign up for our newsletter on our website.
That's right.
We always send you out an email whenever we have a new episode, and we also let you know about things going on.
That's right. Hit us up on our website. You can buy our merchandise. We have T-shirts and koozies there. And I think we're going to have Trisha Lynn play us out at the end. Trisha Lynn, can you tell us real fast where people can find you so they can see where you're playing at?
You can find me on www.facebook.com/Anderson Trisha Lynn, YouTube.com Trisha Lynn the singer.
Perfect.
Trisha Lynn the band. I don't know. There's a couple of others. And Instagram Trisha Lynn the singer as well. I don't give out my Snapchat. Sorry. Twitter. Will you give it to me? Yeah, I'll give it to you. Yes.
Perfect.
And you can also find me on Twitter. It's Trisha_Lynn25.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Great show.
Yay, thank you guys.
Thank you to Coco Simone from Stars and Garters. Thank you to Brad from Real Ale.
Thank you to Pedro.
Thank you to Pedro. Thank you to Ricardo. Thank you to Rachel. Thank you for Matt and Nydia. Thank
you
you
to our
for
beer nuts.
all of our beer nuts. Thank you to our games contestants. Thank you to my mom
Thank
for
you to
having me.
anybody
Thank
I've
you
ever
for
talked to ever in my life,
Catherine.
ever. Thank you.
Catherine.
Brandy, thank you.
Thank you for being my best friend.
Thank you for being my best friend, even though you flushed it down the toilet.
You know what?
I
You're
love
not my best
you.
friend anymore. Bye.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Fine.
Shut up and sit down.